Hi everybody. All right, I am back for a second video this week because I am going to finally film, and this is not a great camera angle. Okay, there we go. It's a little better. I'm going to film a real quick tour of my floss storage as well as my fabric storage. First, I'm going to show you a little clip of what my Stitchy Spot looks like because I know that some of you have wondered where I keep kind of where I stitch in the evenings. So let me flip the camera around and I will show you. Alrighty, so this is my Stitchy Spot. So I have a reclining chair. Got this at Home Goods, and it's actually like a baby recliner, like for a baby's room. And I love it. It's comfortable, but it looks really nice. I have my Light that I've probably had for maybe 15 years and have not had to replace the bulb yet. I have a picture my daughter painted for me and then some notes on my bulletin board. And then this is a magnet board right here. I have some little projects. That's a knitting project and then another stitching project. That's my July stitching. I've got my cup and then a little spot over here that has some pen highlighters, some of my little small finishes. And that's about it on top. So let me get set up to show you inside. Alrighty, so I have all of my specialty flosses in this 5-drawer Alex unit from IKEA. It's called the Alex drawer unit and it has 5 drawers. So let me take you in a little closer and I will show you. I'm in a little wheelie chair. So this top drawer, and I've labeled all my drawers, has supplies in it. So I've got extra floss away bags back here and right here. I have one of those little Yoplait or whoever makes the little wee, it's a glass yogurt jar. I've got a notebook underneath in case. I've got some styluses. These are not my preferred ones for my iPad. I've got a pair of snips and my gingers. These are my ones I use when I'm stitching in here. These are my preferred styluses and they are hard to find. I bought 2 boxes on eBay and I usually, just for safety, pull the pin part out. I have not done that with any of these. I do have a couple of dollar store chip clips in case I need them. I have counters. I have this little dish that my daughter got for me at the Gaylord. It says Angel. It's a pretty little pottery dish. I've got some of my most used needle size. I use a John James number 24 tapestry for the most part. So yeah, that's the top drawer. Oh, and I've got some grime guards in the back. The problem is my grime guards are for square Q-snaps. I choose rectangular shapes, so I do not have any. All right, in the top drawer, I have silks, variegateds, and pinks. So, and also étoiles, but I do not have these sorted yet. This is how they came to me when I purchased them. So they're just still in that big old bag. And then I've got, these are currently my silks that are not in other projects. So I've got some Mrs. Sadas, and then I've got some of the Krynex Wall d'Alger. Here are some of my variegateds here. These are some Ship's Manners. So these are ones that I don't have categorized in any other color. Same with these. These are some that I had shown a couple weeks back off of the Sailor on Stash Unload. And in the front, I've got pinks. So this is all my overdyed. So I've got Victorian Mottos, Classic Colorworks, Color and Cotton, Gentle Arts. And then my pinks, I'm a pink gal, hand-dyed by Rwanda. They're kind of overflowing into the side. So once I get more than what fits in here, we'll have to discuss the secondary option. So then the next drawer I have reds, orange, yellows, and also theme packs. And so I have these big containers in here. And I found they were kind of sliding around. And I had these small little photo boxes. So I used these for my theme packs. This one is my Alice in Wonderland, which is the Ship's Manor theme pack. So it has all of those already in floss away bags. This is my Rose Garden one, also Ship's Manor, also in floss away bags. Back here is the Wizard of Oz one that he did, which is also in floss away bags. And then I have some of the extra photo boxes. These are all my reds, oranges, and yellows, so you can see I have some gaps in my collection. Like, I have a lot of golden yellows, lots of prim yellows. I don't have a lot of like brighter yellows. In the second to the last drawer, I have another one of these drawers. I did put foam core in this one, but the other one, it didn't fit right. So these are all greens. This is greens, blues, and Victorian motto purples. All my greens, all my blues. I love blues too, can you tell? And then I have 2 of the photo containers with all of my Victorian motto purples, and there is room to grow. And then back here, I have this small container with some of my Krynic. So different Krynics that I have accumulated from projects, some that have been abandoned, and some that are yet to be stitched that I apparently decided I was going to go ahead and buy all the specialty threads for. Oh well. Then the last drawer is going to be my purples for other companies and all my neutrals. So these are purples from other companies. These are all my neutrals. So browns, creams, grays, blacks, and so forth. So again, this is how I store all of my specialty threads. So now I'm going to take you into my craft room to show you some of my other storage. Okay, so I'm only going to be showing you part of my craft room today, specifically floss and fabric storage, and that's because the rest of my craft room is a bit of a disaster. So this is a Iris, I think it's a 30, I don't remember how many drawers it is. Let's see if we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is a 64 drawer organizer that fits floss bobbins pretty well. So in these top 2, I have some Mill Hill beads, again for projects, and these may get pulled out for the V Fairy. And then I also have just some of this. This is my only anchor floss. And then right here I have some, this is Splendor Silk that I have left over from a project years and years and years ago. You'll also notice I've labeled most of my drawers. This one is white and B5200. This one is Ecru and 310. These are my DMC variations, and I bought a box. I bought 2 boxes of the variations off of eBay when somebody was selling them very inexpensively, and I went ahead and bobbinated them all. Then starting here, these are the new colors. They are not bobbinated, so I believe this is 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, and so forth and so on through here, I believe, with 33 through 35. Then we've got, I have some that I did bobbinate that are left over from projects or pulled from projects that I have UFO'd. So I have some bobbinated. Then we start with normal DMC. And what I did was I kind of went, okay, how many DMC are there? How many can I fit in a drawer? Go from there. So I started with approximately 11 numbers in each drawer. So some drawers are very sparse. Some drawers have less than 11 numbers because I realized I have a lot of some numbers and not a lot of others. So like I have some drawers that are pretty full. I'm trying to think of one that's really full. I think this one's very full. Pretty full. And then so they go all the way down here through, these are some of the ones that came out in just a specialty pack. And I have 1 set bobbinated and I have 2 sets that are not. So these are the 38, I think it's 3882, something like that, through 3890. So I have 2 sets not bobbinated, 1 set bobbinated. And then I have, as you can see, as you can see, some empty drawers, and I have 1 drawer missing, and I don't know where that is. So now I'm going to take you over to show you my fabric storage. Okay, so my fabric is stored in a 6-drawer unit from IKEA. This is another Alex drawer. And I do not have this one currently labeled, and that is a little bit because I'm still playing around with what's going to go into each one. I went through my entire stash. I had them in plastic buckets. I still had everything stored in plastic baggies, and I had read that was not a good idea. I would like to eventually roll all my fabrics, but for now they are folded, and I've unfolded how they originally came and refolded them. So in the top drawer, I have some of my finishes. So I have Merry and Bright, Hello Beautiful, some of my Advent animals, and then this is a finish that I did a long time ago. And then I also have up here, this is a sewing thing. This is some 11 count that I purchased from a Stash Unload for when and if my daughter decides she would like to really start learning to stitch. That's good to start on. Then here are some of my ornament cuts. This is some stitching band, like ribbon kind of. Here's one that I got as a freebie. And then some grab bags that I have not, that I'm just going to leave in here for now. Those were the color and cotton ones. So that's in the top drawer. In my next drawer, this is 14 count. So this is all my 14 count. So I do have these from Barbaral. I have not taken them out of here. I've folded down, though, the top so they can breathe. I know that's not the best way, but I need to come up with a solution for labeling each one and what they are. This is a piece I got off Stash Unload that had some stitching on it. I ripped the stitching out. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. I think I got it for $2. And then I've got some others in here. I've got some small pieces. I've got some white, some opalescent. And then I've got a whole lot of silk weaver. Most of my silk weaver is 14 count. And then I've got some, this is an Under the Sea Fabrics, Sea Witch. So... and then this is one of my favorite Misty fabrics that she did. Well, this is another one of my favorites. This is what Bluebirds is on. But this is Mother Nature. Oh, it's gorgeous. Like, kind of looks like camo. Beautiful. So that's 14 count. Then we get into 16 count, which is pretty full. There's not a whole lot of room. So in the back, I've got some color and cotton. I've got some, picture this plus back here, some smaller cuts. There's some smaller cuts right here. This is a... piece of some, oh, this is those Weigert stitch band that I got, that's 16 count. I've got a whole lot of Misty fabric in here and 16 count. And then a whole bunch, there's that one I just showed in my other video. And then I've got some, this is a picture of this plus. There's that pumpkin vines, the really thick, kind of darker pumpkin vines. I've got some Ship's Manor in here. Got some, this is the drop cloth fabric. Some more color and cotton. Beautiful fabrics. Beautiful, beautiful. I love when I can come in here and I pull this out and then I put my options and kind of do a floss toss up on top. It's so much fun. Okay, so then this drawer is all my 18 counts. So I've got, again, quite a stack of 18. It is kind of my preferred size. This is all 18. This is mostly Misty. Yep, kind of embarrassing. This is all my, personally, the ones I dyed back here. And then there's some other ones underneath. This one is a hand dyed by Rolanda. And then there's some small, or leftover cut of some snert. Okay, then in this drawer, this is more 18s. This is some smaller cut, some other 18s. I love this. And then also some 20s. Also some specialties, like I have these two pillows that are silk weavers that are 18s. This is some more of that hand dyed that I got off of the Stash Unload that's 18 count. And then over here we've got 20s and 22s. So these are the Barbarals. I've got some of the little petite point dots in 20s. This is that silk weaver 20s. This is that 22. So I've got, there's an opal 20. There's this really pretty, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's really not working so well. Look at this one. That's like peach sherbet. Oh, so pretty. And I've got this one down here. So I've got 20s and 22s and some leftover 18s because 18s just take up more space. And then in the bottom drawer, which eventually these might have to move. These are some of my other cuts. These are some that I've gotten. So I've got some large pieces from a seller I got. Yard cuts or 2 yard cuts. So I have, this is Advent Animals, so I have all of the fabric that's needed for those. I've got Dove Gray, I think this is 18 count. I've got Antique White, 18 count. I've got some of these that came from Stash Unload. I've got 14 count denim. What this is, let's see. Oh, and then 18 count navy. And each of these bags has a yard cut in it. So that's the bottom drawer. So that is Crafty Tour. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a peek into how I have come up with solutions to store Large amounts of beautiful fabrics, large quantities of DMC. I do not have a full set. I don't have a full set. I have, in going through and putting them all in there though and labeling them, I have realized that I have certain colors that must have come from lots of projects. I'm not sure. Because I have like 6 of some colors. Not even white, black, and like those kind of colors, like 744. And how I have figured out how to store all of my beautiful, beautiful overdyed flosses from just those great creators in Flossway bags in my drawer unit. And my little Stitchy Spot. So, and as you can see, one of the things that I didn't show, that is, my daughter had a cute little drawing book, and it is a penguin. So she drew the penguin based on the directions, and then she made him Bob Ross. So that's Bob Ross penguin. Makes me happy in my heart eye emoji. And then this is the painting she did for me. So, yeah. That's it. So this is video number 2 for the week. And I am done. I'm out. And I hope you have a great week.